And we are live. We are live. This is not Memorex. We are live. Just got done walking dogs not long ago. So here's a picture of Winston. I haven't walked this one yet. That one just came in yesterday, I want to say. So a lot of these dogs you don't get to see because I don't walk them because they're what they're called green or yellow dogs, and green dogs are like the most basic, nice, good dog, and I concentrate on reds, which are they're more they're not aggressive, but they're more jumpy. They're more playful. They get the zoomies. So I kind of focus on those. Here's Socks. That's a nice dog. So they have I think we only had 33 today, which is pretty good. Once you get into the 40s, it gets a little bit rough. Let's see. That's Lola. Cooper, you guys have seen Cooper before. Cooper's that German Shepherd. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Matter of fact, I got 4 shifts in already. Hey, Rich, how you doing? B Hall. Yeah, was that? Yeah. Uh, Matthew, how are you? Amherst, okay. You're that way. Amherst, a little bit west of me. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Love the dog that was scared of the dog statue. Yeah, that's I probably walked, I don't know, maybe 100 dogs down there.
Last stop.
I shouldn't set this on one of these. And normally the dogs, they don't even pay attention to that statue, but I've heard that some dogs do react to it. Then that's the first one that I've had that reacted to it like that, who was scared of it. Some people will, some of the dogs will sniff it and check it out, but man, that's just crazy how that dog was doing that. Possible 70 degrees in Minnesota. Wow, the windows are open. We got, what was it? 55. That's what it's saying on my phone here. Let me check my weather app. I almost did it outside. I almost went into the garage and then I just said, nah, I'm gonna do one more at least in here. It's just, how it fools you, that weather fools you because the wind's blowing. So even if it's in the 50s with the wind blowing, it's kind of gets a little cool. Weather is under W, right? Oh boy. That's one thing about this phone that I'm not used to is everything's in alphabetical order, which is fine, but very strange how it works. 56 degrees and supposed to be 68 tomorrow, so that Minnesota weather might be coming. But check this out. So Thursday, tomorrow, 68 with a low of 36. And then Friday, so we're going to go from 58 today, 68 tomorrow, back down to 35 on Friday. Can you believe it? Man, that's just crazy. That's crazy. Are you feeling better? I am feeling better, but I still have a little bit of a cough. If I try to expand my lungs 100%, like as much as I can, I'll start coughing. So, I mean, it's so slow getting better, but very, very slowly. It's kind of odd. But getting better though, for sure. So thank you. Yeah, cough, Sherry, the cough's you can hear it still going. I sleep most of the night. I took some Mucinex last night. I switch off between these, what they call pearls, that are cough suppressants, prescription ones. I don't think they work as good. I take the Robitussin, the Mucinex, but I don't like taking medicine. I don't even take aspirin. I mean, I don't take Tylenol. I don't take Advil unless I really, really have to. I'm just one of those people that I take vitamins. I take my blood pressure pill, and that's it. I don't want anything else in my body. And so Mrs. Buzz always says, "Well, then you're going to suffer." And I said, "Yeah, I guess I'm going to suffer." So maybe that's part of it. And I probably should have went to the doctor early on and got something, but oh well. Hopefully it'll get better. You got 68. Oh, 86. Boy, you're cool now. Cool over there, 280 zone. Beba Brooks. Beba Brooks. Beba Las Vegas. That's right. I just got a guy from Las Vegas that was sending me his pictures. He moved there. An old fellow coworker of mine. He he headed out to Vegas and he was sending me Facebook pictures today. He's got a construction job out there, paying him good money. So good for him. He's doing well. Old fart, how are you? 5 months of winter this year. Yeah, it's been a bad one. Hold on 1 second. Hopefully you can't hear that cough. I tried to turn the microphone off, but I got a little bit of tea going here, so and it's good that walking around out there because when I like I, this is the fourth dogs I've done this week. So I did 7 a.m. Monday, 9 a.m. Monday. I did 6:30 p.m. yesterday, and I did 9 a.m. today. So I'm getting, I'm walking a lot, and I got 5,000 steps in already. And I think that's kind of helping me too to get the lungs filled up. So it's good. 69 in Georgetown, 84 tomorrow. I've been to Georgetown once. I got to go to the Toyota plant there in Georgetown. Oh, 68, 87 on Friday. See, we're going to be the opposite. That's crazy. You got 68 and then 87, and we're going to get 68 and then 35, Scott. That's just nuts. That really wants to hang on. Yeah, I know. It does. I mean, I can tell, the reason I haven't gone to the doctors, I can tell it feels like it's getting better, but then I regress and then it gets a little better. And so it's playing games with me. I still don't know if I should see the doctor or not. I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, at this point, maybe get the x-ray and then they'll say, like last time I got an x-ray and they said, oh, there's nothing there. You got bronchitis. Go home. Quit being a baby. They didn't really say that, but that's how I took it. So, and my daughter said they had a cough that lasted like 6 weeks. So it's going around. Like I said, I'd rather have this than a long-term this than a short-term flu where you're just really racked up. I'd rather just have this. I think. I don't know. Hey, cool and windy Virginia. Rick's retirement journey. How are you? Do you think your interest in YouTube is waning with views, money going down? No, no. Not for me. Because one person commented on my last video that I did about Larry. They commented and said, "Why can't you just get to the point?" And it's like, and I said, "Well, it's a physical handicap for me. I just like to talk." And the state gave me a sticker that I could put on my car to park closer to the building because I like to talk. Now I'm just kidding about that, but this is a good vehicle for me to ramble on. The ramblings of a retired lunatic. So I mean, I did take some time off just because I was sick and I just felt, I wasn't in a, good place, but it was just, it wasn't bad. Like people are having heart attacks, people are having, major issues. This is not something to whine about, but it does just make me crabby, I guess you could say. And so, I didn't want to do videos. I wanted to take a break, but other than that, man, I'm good. I'll be doing back to my videos and doing all my things. But views and money, that's going to go up and down all the time. And I knew that, from the get go. So I've been fortunate to get what I've got so far. So even if YouTube ended, I don't know, YouTube, all these social media things could end today. Who knows? Because they just had that lawsuit settled. And I think they found a bunch of these social media things guilty. of putting out a product that people can be hooked on. And it's only a $3 million verdict, I think it was, but there's damages that are going to come out of that could go into the who knows, maybe $1 billion, who knows. And of course it's going to go on appeal, but that could change the landscape of Facebook and YouTube and some of these other social media platforms. Scheduled for 101 here on Friday. That's good. Are you wheezing? No, I mean, I'm wheezing a little bit. I mean, I could feel it. I can still feel it here. David Donahue, 47 here today, and snow finally got off the deck. Yeah, it's March, the end of March. We're going into April pretty soon, and then people are still talking about snow. Any news on Otter? No, I haven't. I have not heard of Howard posting anytime. I haven't seen him anywhere. I know he told Bill at Not Good at Anything. Bill mentioned to me on a comment that he said he would be doing less YouTube. So, but I didn't see that post. I just saw Bill telling me that. Do you think the cartel took Nancy? No, I got a new theory. I got a theory now that I think is pretty good. Of course, everybody's theory is pretty good. I'll tell you in a second here. Northwest Oregon, how are you doing? Sunny, 52 degrees. I wonder if some antibiotics would help that. Yeah, I know, I should. My excitement for the day would be going to Costco to pick up some new glasses. Well, that's good. It's always good to get a trip in to get some glasses. I gotta schedule my eye exam. Told Mrs. Buzz I gotta get an eye exam this year, and I haven't been to the dermatologist in a while, so I need to do that too. So I got to get that done. Hey, Kaz, how are you? So just to rule out. Yeah, I know. I did that, Sherry. I did that last time. And they gave me some antibiotics, and I think it could have just cleared up on it. But I may even after this thing, I may even just say, hey, because I've been having a string of emails with the doctor's office, and I'm going to say, hey, I've been emailing you. I still have this. What do you think? Should I come in? And they're right down the street. I mean, I can almost walk there. So no big deal to go there. Meta, 350 million. Yeah. Okay. Oh, is that what the punitive damages were? 350 million? No, there's two lawsuits. There's a single plaintiff and another thing. So I think they just got, before I came in here, they just settled, had a verdict on that one. Hey, Neighborhood Dasher, how are you? Greg from Florida. Peepaw's postings. Hey, how you doing? Suzanne, do you feel she's alive? Yes, I do. And I'll tell you real quick here. So, and I've said this a couple of times. At first, I thought it was the husband because the husband's involved in all. You never hear about the husband. He's involved in a lot of stuff going back in politics, going back to the Clinton Gore era. And his company is foreign. Or I should say, it's U.S. and foreign now. His company deals with cleaning up the internet, doing all kinds of stuff. They're fixers. Her husband is a fixer in a certain way. So you'd have to Google him and find out all his deal. I thought that somebody was blackmailing him. At my initial thought was somebody was blackmailing him, and they used her as the chess piece. I don't feel that anymore. I actually feel that, and we had this case, and this is why I say this. We had the Amanda Berry, Michelle Knight, Gina De Jesus, where Ariel Castro took these girls in Cleveland and had them in the house for 10 years. Finally, Amanda Berry broke out. She had a kid with them. She broke out of the house with the help of a guy. And anyway, long story short, all three were fine after a decade. And he, the neighbors kept saying, we didn't even know. We had no idea that those girls were in the house. I mean, it was a big story in Cleveland. I'm sure the whole world heard about it. I think this weirdo, and they said he was the weirdo with the mask and everything at the Guthrie house. He was standing outside January 11th outside, and then he did it. What it was a couple weeks later. And I'm just thinking that maybe he's got some old lady fetish or some woman fetish, that you grab somebody who can't fight back. And that's the whole point. So older people maybe can't fight back as well as younger women. Um, so maybe he grabbed her. And if you remember the sheriff saying just recently, be careful out there. I don't know what his words were, but it was kind of like, be careful out there. Because, and he said that like, I took that as, hey, he could grab another lady. She could be alive in his house, just like with the Amanda Berry, Ariel Casto. It's possible. I hope so, because then that means she's alive. Okay. And that's where I come from right now, is hoping that she's still alive, and she'll, eventually, just like with Amanda Berry and the girls, that she's gonna show up again. So yeah, feel okay. Shooting basketball is the fountain of youth. I'm still first. I play horse against my 3 grandkids. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, walking out there is doing the dogs. I think is the best thing for me. It's really great to get all my steps in. I sometimes I jog with the dogs, but my knees are barking today. Speaking of barking, both knees are barking, but that's good. It's a good pain. Just got an oil change with synthetic blend. Hope it's just as good. Well, it depends on what you've been doing. Synthetic's not going to make any magic, especially if you have been using regular. Um, it's actually the opposite. You use synthetic first for your first 10 years, and then as your everything starts to get uh, older, then you want a little bit of a thicker oil. So maybe a blend, synthetic regular blend, might help you. But as I say, always go by the manufacturer's book, the handbook, and always go by whatever that says. I sent you an email, super secret info. Ooh, I can't wait to see that, Kaz. I'm on the road, but wanted to say hello. Okay. Hey, how are you doing? I'm taking a shot at renewing my driver's license today or tomorrow, or heck, maybe Friday. I have to do mine. I think I got to do mine coming up this year too. I just got my stickers, or I got my sticker, and I actually got a new plate. I didn't like my other plate. My plate started out JRR, and all I kept thinking was J.R. Ewing. JRR. Yeah, I can remember it, but I just didn't like it. So I got another plate, and now it's like a radio station call letters. I don't even have it memorized yet, but I had to get the sticker. It's on my board. Will be on my board for this month. I think last time I got a 3-year sticker, and this year I only got the 1 year, because who knows how long I'll be driving. I'll take it year by year now. Perry, how are you doing? Chalker, what's happening? Another neighbor down the street. You're a few cities over. I don't want to get the federal one, but probably will give in. Cheers and good luck with your new license. I hope I pass, or I'm going to be in trouble. Yeah, that's right. I think she ran out into the desert, got lost, and didn't make it in the wildlife. Oh, maybe that's possible. Everybody's theory is just as good as anybody else's right now. So, on the old lady fetish thing, there was an in-depth video comparison with another older woman who had an intruder that had that. See, I mean, it's possible, because remember, this guy, and I said this before, he looks like a clown. I mean, the way he did everything, he just doesn't seem like a professional. That's why I say no to the cartel thing now. I say no to the I think he's a rank amateur piece of crap that has some weird thing going on in his head, and he grabbed her, like I said, because she couldn't fight back. He stalked her somewhere before. He's seen her somewhere before, found out where she lived, and knew she was an easy mark. Lived alone. He probably figured it out. Way out there in that desert area, and I mean, the neighbors are actually the one neighbor to the behind. If you look straight at the house to the right, that house is pretty close. It's not like miles away. So he was taking a chance, but he must have staked things out pretty well. So I think he knew what he was doing in a way. In other ways, I think he was a rank amateur, a clown, as I said before. The company that I retired from has the headquarters in Cleveland. That was a constant conversation at work with those girls were found at. That's right. I remember walking my dog when I was on Twitter at the time, and I remember walking the dogs, and maybe it was just a news feed. I can't remember, but I think it was Twitter. I had just looked at my phone and I saw the news, and I just stopped in my tracks, like, "Holy cow! They found them!" I mean, everybody. I think 99% of the people thought that they were killed. And Michelle Knight, nobody even knew about her. She was from Michigan or something. But the other two, Amanda and Gina, they were both local girls. One was trying to, she said she got a ride home from somebody after she left her job at Burger King, and she was never seen again. Now, the bad thing is, I don't know if it was Amanda or Gina. The mom looked for her for years and years and years, and she ended up passing away before she even found out what happened. So, man, that's a struggle that, man, I wish that on nobody. I mean, that's something. I don't know how you can. That's a tough one. I remember when they hit the news. Yeah. Buzz is correct. Once you get some miles on it, you switch to blend and stop synthetic. Yeah, I got mine's 2018. I'm thinking I might eventually, but right now I'm just leaving. I'll talk to the people next time I go in. I have my 150,000 oil change and plugs. I think I have to get probably sometime this summer. I'm at 147 now, 3,000 miles. That's probably August by the time I get to it. Plates are good, just need a new driver's license. Oh, okay. All right. I've used high mileage oil in older vehicles with great success. Yeah, I mean, the all the valves and everything are so, they're so tight in the beginning, and I think as the car wears out after a decade or 8 years, 7 years, I think you can get away with just about anything. But, I'm not a mechanic, I don't know. I used to follow Bob's the oil guy. I think it was where was he? He was on some forum. I don't even remember how I got to it or whatever, but Bob is the oil guy or something like that. Man, they would have scientists talk about oil filters. Oh my gosh. And you can look on YouTube. I mean, they cut the oil filters and between Fram and Dana and Purulators and all the different oil filters, and they cut them and they look at them all and tell you which ones to buy, which ones are junk. I mean, people get into that. I actually sent my oil in one time to them. They have a lab, and you can send the oil. Maybe that's a different forum, but you can send oil in. You get a sample. They send you a little bottle with a bottle inside. You fill up the little bottle at your oil change, and you send it in. And supposedly you get an analysis of the wear and tear of your engine. And I thought that was pretty cool. I haven't done that on these vehicles, but I did do it on my van. See how much metal's in there and all that. Kind of interesting. Anyone who attacks others definitely has more than one screw loose. That's true. She's on Channel 8 News. That's right. Missing persons. That's right, David. That's what she does. When you had your cancer, did you a lot of work time? I think you meant to say, did you miss a lot of work time? And no, I did not. Um, Stupid, I guess. I don't know. The only time I missed work is when after I had a chemo, the next day my stomach was kind of shot, and I would take one day off. So I had six chemos. So I might have took one day off a couple of those times, and then uh, and even the guy at work, this buddy of mine, he says, "Do you believe it? This guy gets chemo and he comes in the next day still doing his job." Now, I was tired and I would, at lunchtime, I would sit back in my chair and close my eyes, which I rarely do. But I was doing it then. And then when I got my radiation, I was fortunate enough, I had, I think, 12 radiations to drive to the hospital, get it done, and drive back to work. I did that like 12, almost 12 straight days. Um, and I took vacation time for my days that I missed, so I tried it because I wanted to lead by example that that's how it should be. Man, and maybe, and I know my boss would have just said, "Hey, don't worry about it," and all that, but I kind of wanted to lead by example and turn in vacation and stuff like that for the days that I was off. I did file FMLA paperwork, didn't have to use that, so 'cause I didn't know how it was going to be, so I tried to cover all my bases. Speaking of cars, I've got to go put the battery charger on mine. Uh-oh. Used it in October and the battery's dead. Yeah, go figure is right. Just eating lunch. Barbecue day in Georgia. Okay, Greg. There's nothing wrong with having a good barbecue, I tell you. I'm pretty sure my valves are wearing out. On your body or on your car? Hey, Carlos, how we doing? Just made 60 degrees full sun, heading towards 67. Yeah, you're about the same weather as us. But John, we're gonna get 68 tomorrow and then 35 on Friday. It's just crazy. Just crazy. No, Joseph, 35 on Friday. Oil, there's a higher mileage synthetic. One synthetic always stays synthetic. Tolerances are a lot closer. Yeah, I mean, you can. I just think, John, you can get away with it if you have an older car. You can get away with it. Crabgrass preventer goes out Thursday. I stopped doing all that stuff. I fertilize once a year, usually weed and feed, and that's it. I won't do anymore. One, it grows too fast, and then I have to cut it, and I'm too lazy. And second, with all the animals and stuff, I don't like to put. I got all the birds and the rabbits and the raccoons and the deer and who knows what else, coyotes. Um, I just don't like to put a lot of crap on the grass. I'm in an area where we don't have a lot of people, like we don't win awards for our lawns. Let's put it that way. I mean, they keep them nice. Everybody keeps them nice, but and they fertilize maybe once or twice, but they don't get all crazy like some of these cul-de-sacs do. So, and which is good. Just finished a 5-month cancer battle myself. Fortunately, immunotherapy wasn't too terrible. Well, that's good. I mean, the science now is getting so much better. Um, so much better. Southwest Ohio is getting more crazy weather. Yeah, Mrs. Buzz said the same thing. She said something about warnings, but 016 oil, it's hard to see on the dipstick. Wow. That's that's some thin oil. I've never heard of 016. I've heard of 020, 025, 030, but 016, I didn't even know they made that. Hey, Marvin McKenzie. Nice to see you. I've been dealing with AI for change of address. What a bunch of clowns develop this stuff. Yeah, I tell you what. The problem is most OW20 oils used. The AI whole thing is every time I look at TikTok or Facebook now, I mean, I just see the stupid stuff and everything's AI. It's like everybody it's to the point where I just don't even want to look anymore. It's getting ridiculous. Buzz and the buzzards. Hey, retirement for the average Joe. Are synthetic, yeah. Yeah, the O20s are synthetic, correct. Except that one neighbor with the leaves. Yeah, exactly, across the street. Yeah, you remember 280 zone. Yeah, he's my other neighbor still got his little 12-inch or 18-inch high snow fence to block the leaves from going onto his lawn. And the guy hasn't still hasn't cleaned them up. So they just blow onto well, he's across the street. So when we get that west wind coming, they just all blow into our yards and yeah, whatever. He's a young guy. He'll get it eventually. Every day is beautiful weather day here. Oh, Barbara, that's good. That must be Florida, right? Our subdivision, lots of neighbors walking dogs going on. The hydrants are busy. Trees will be growing great. Yeah. I changed my oil, not paying 85 at a fast change place where I can do it myself for 35. Yeah, and that's true. But I tell you what, for me, I want to get my tires rotated. Can you do that at home? Um, and I don't need to rotate them as often now, but when I was working, I was driving at 90 miles a day and I had to get those tires rotated. And now I don't drive that much, so I probably don't have to worry about it as much, but I like to get those rotation done and I can't do that. I'm not set up to do that. Hey Jen, how are you? Odette, how are you? New visitor. Well, welcome. Welcome to the club here. I paid 67 for oil change, a filter, not so bad. Yeah, I go to the Mazda dealership and they actually treat me pretty good. I get a free donut, I get a cup of coffee. They do the rotation. They actually video. Any of you guys go to a place where they video your underside of your car and in the engine compartment to show you your brakes and all your stuff? They send you a video on your phone. It's kind of cool. John, nice in Cleveland area as it is in Hubert Heights. It's not bad. 59 right now, but 35 for Friday. The oil gets a little better gas mileage, but may wear your engine out prematurely. Yep, you rotate your own tires at the same time. Oh, cool. Yeah, if you can do that, then that's gold. I mean, that's great. You think your Honda's OW20? That's a lot of cars. It's fairly common. It seems like sitting on the terrace with an island breeze and 80 degrees. Back to the real world tomorrow. Where are you at, Stephanie? The island breeze. Where are you at? Jamaica, Bahamas. Going to 99. Yeah, you guys have been getting really warm out there out west. California and out west in your area, Arizona. My 11-year-old grandson tooted the other day. His sister went, ew. He said that was AI. Oh my gosh. St. Kitts. Where is St. Kitts? I've never heard of St. Kitts. The newer Honda and Toyota vehicles use OW16. I can't believe that. I have never heard of that before in my life. My youngest son is currently working in Gold Canyon, Arizona. That sounds like a cool place to take my metal detector. I just got back from the Florida Keys and it was cold and rainy. Party at Stephanie's house. St. Kitts is USV. Huh, I'll have to look up. So I'll use my AI model. So I'll use my chat. I call him Chad. Where is St. Kitts? St. Kitts is a Caribbean island located in the West Indies, part of the country called St. Kitts and Nevis, in the Eastern Caribbean, southeast of Puerto Rico, near Antigua. Cool. It's the larger of the two islands, known for beaches, volcanic mountains, and a cruise tourism. Cool. Scotland. We all know where Scotland is, Odette. What's the time difference, though? Down Lesser Antilles, east of Puerto Rico. Gold Canyon is a large upscale subdivision east of Phoenix. Okay. Buddy and his wife were headed back to Wisconsin. April to dodge the heat. They wanted to see a home in Tucson. Oh, it's near the Superstition Mountains. Lots of interesting metals there. The Lost Silver Mine too. That's one thing I'd like to do if I ever went out there. I'd like to go gold prospecting. I mean, everybody and their brothers out there doing it. I haven't even looked for meteorites yet. I got to go do that. 6:30 p.m. there. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 hours ahead. Okay. I usually watch those cams. What do they call? I don't know what cams are called. I forget. And I don't know if there's a Scotland one. They're webcams, Earth Cam. Earth Cam. If if you guys get a chance, get that. I don't know if you'd ever use it, but get that app. It's kind of cool to see. Again, this is supposed to be in alphabetical order, but why can't I see Earth Cam? What is it called? Yeah, boy. And I don't know I don't know if they actually call it Earth Cam, and I don't know the picture what it looks like. I can't remember. Oh well. That's pretty frustrating. My old phone I could go right to it right away. This one I'm still getting used to it. I still have to get used to it. And maybe I don't have the app anymore. Yes, I do. I know I do. Where'd it go? Oh well. I do not know. Instagram, Keep, Lorex, Maps, Messages, Messenger, My Pixel. Bear with me. I'm kind of not understanding where this is at. That's weird. Oh, it's under just webcams. See, that's the thing I don't like about this. It's Earth Cam, but yet it's under webcams. So you can look at, it'll show you all these different places. A lot of them are live. But I don't think they had a Scotland. Let me go down to the S's and see. And again, same with this. It's sometimes they just put it by city. They got Moscow, Naples, New York, Niagara Falls. Let's see. Do they have a Scotland? They got Saipan. Boy, I'd like to go to Saipan. Let's see what Saipan's doing. Oh, it's nighttime there. 4:30 a.m. 79 degrees. Salmon fishing, Destin, Florida, Sanibel Island. Let's see. I'll just bore you one more second with this because I just want to see if they have anything from Scotland. Nope. At least I can't find it on here. So, but interesting. 64 degrees in Sartell, Minnesota. So you're in Sartell. I never knew what city you were in. Or at least I didn't remember, old radio dude. $3.19 a gallon. That's pretty good. It's $3.99 here. They're afraid. Yeah, Rick, same thing. $3.99. They're afraid to jump over the $4 mark. Summer here, winter Arizona with a pool. Wow, that's nice. When I visited Edinburgh, I felt like everywhere I walked was uphill. $5.79 here in California. How's your new camera working out? Well, the phone thing's working good. The other camera that I got, I haven't even used yet. Like I said, I want that as an outdoor when I'm doing outdoor stuff, and I haven't used it yet, so I will pretty soon. It's starting to warm up. I can't wait to try it underwater. I got that's a DJI Action 6. I got a new phone to video my walks, and I'm still not used to it yet. Yeah, yeah. The Pixel from a crappy phone that I had to the Pixel is different. Destin, Florida is just down the road. Well, I'll tell you where they're at. Now you could come and wave. I'll show you the cam, and you could stand at the cam and wave. One of the cousins moved to Arizona, high electric bills and water restrictions. Well, 280 zone would know all about that kind of stuff. 367 in gas. Taking my wife to see Barry Manilow. It's his last tour, and he had cancer treatment. Yeah, he's like 80. What, Scott? He's like 81. Is he either 80 or 81? Him and Mick Jagger, I think, are about the same age. No weather restrictions in Fort or water, I should say. Edinburgh is all hills and steps. Tough on the legs. 675. Ooh, but yeah, but California doesn't count. That's just different. California is different. No offense, but I didn't know Barry Manilow was still alive. Yes, he is. Yep, he's still alive. They just had a thing on PBS about it was one of his older concerts. We were flipping around the stations and saw it and said, "Hey, we might as well watch this because you never know." I mean, I know it was from years ago, but and that actually thought he passed away because they had this on, so we had to look up, is he still alive? And yeah, he's still alive. Well, that's good, yeah, because that'll be his last concert probably, and so that's good that you're taking her to go see that. That'll be good. Oh, 30 cents off, 349. That's good. Yeah, diesel always jumps up. It's just crazy. 364 for Sam's Club. Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow, but I don't need gas, which is good. That's one good thing. I was lamenting before that now the gas prices were 260, 240. I'm not driving. And I'm like, oh, I'm missing these opportunities. Now it's 399. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not driving. I'm really glad. 83. Yeah, I knew he was in his 80s. Yeah, 80 or 81 or something. So 83. Wow. One of the cams in our area is underwater. It's a fish cam. Yeah, there's a manatee cam as well. Yeah, I saw one. There was a fish cam and a manatee. I don't remember where the fish cam was, though. Check out the Okaloosa Island Pier underwater camera. Okay, if it's on there, yeah, I'll look. She made mistake of moving into an HOA. I watch PBS promo concerts and always have to Google to see if the entertainers are dead or alive. Yeah. Well, I knew the Barry Manilow one was an older one, and I'm like, why are they showing this? I can't remember what year it was. I actually looked it up, and I'm like, why are they showing this? He didn't pass away, did he? Because all these, now all the people that I grew up with seem to be passing away. Watching while you work. Can't wait to retire. Well, let me tell you, it's great. I just drove by Home Depot today and I saw a guy, and I thought, man, maybe I should get a job at Home Depot. And then, man, that was 30 seconds in my head, and 30 seconds that was out of my head. I can't even see doing that again, even if it's part time. I just can't see it. I can't see it. Not to say it'll never happen, but I just can't see it. I have tickets to see Barry Manilow here in Orlando, January 2027. Yeah, hopefully he lives that long. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I know Phil Collins. Phil Collins was doing all his concerts sitting down in a chair. Um, Barry, I hope he's still standing. I know he can't dance and do all that stuff like he used to do, but you got 347. Oh, that's good. Bill Shatner, I know he turned 95. Yeah. 91. Wow. Yeah, Bill Shatner, that's crazy. He still looks pretty good. He still seems pretty good. Well, if you can afford the doctors, I guess, right? He's probably got some really good doctors. Jennifer. 60th anniversary for Star Trek. I saw a pic of Shatner holding up a T-shirt. Yeah, you wonder if he just gets bored with that, because he's been on so many different shows and so many different things, but he's best known for Star Trek. There was a lawyer thing that he was doing. What was that? The lawyer thing. I don't remember, but I was watching that. I thought that was kind of cool with him and that other guy. They made a good team. But yeah, that's all he's going to be known for is Star Trek, and that's interesting because uh, everywhere he goes, it's the whole Spock symbols and all that stuff. And I wonder after all these years if he's just kind of like, oh God, can I go one day without that crap? All the health, strength, etc. from Chuck Norris dies at 86. Yeah, I was getting my haircut, John, and I said, yeah, did you hear about Chuck Norris? And he goes, yeah, and he said, my barber said, yeah, if they can get Chuck Norris, we don't stand a chance. And I said, yeah, you're right, we don't stand a chance. Chris Christopherson passed away. Oh yeah, yeah, that was a while back. I thought, yeah, was it earlier this year? I thought that was a while back, but yeah, who knows? Dick Van Dyke turned 100. Yep, Boston Legal. That's what it was, Joseph. I used to watch that show. I think I liked that pretty much. Um, I mean, I caught it here and there, but I thought it was a pretty good show. They were just such. They were both of them. I don't know who the other guy was, but they were both such a holes, and I respected that. Lowest temperature ever in the month of March in Antarctica. Today, minus 105. Ooh, is that in the sun or the shade? That's cold. Yeah, James Spader. That's who it was. James Spader. Money can't save you. Eat dessert first. That's right. Bill's day off. TJ. I never was a big TJ Hooker fan. I think we watched it a few times, but I think he had a leading actress in there that was good. And I don't remember her name now. You'll have to look that up. But I know was never fond of that show for some reason. I don't know why. But Boston Legal was pretty cool because, like I said, they were just both of them were a holes and they acted like it every show, and I just thought it was cool. Shatner was good on Boston Legal, funny. Didn't the character get the mad? Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, I saw that, John, about Valerie Bertinelli. I saw some of those pictures. Um, for 65, she looks pretty good. Heather Locklear, that was one of my favorites growing up. Um, yeah, she was I forget what. Oh, Heather Locklear was TJ Hooker show. Yeah, okay. That's it, Daria. Thank you. Yeah, for the blonde. Yeah, for Heather Locklear, right. I just remember she was there. I don't remember much about Bill. Yeah. Florida just had its coldest winter in 135 years. Well, as I say, it's only weather. Tom Selleck and Jesse Stone series. I just never was a big Tom Selleck fan. Used to watch Friends when he was on Friends. Um, and I just never. Now what he should have done is played like one of the James Bond. He should have played a James Bond. Um, I think he would have been successful doing that. But Pat Boone, 91. He used to live next door to Ozzy Osbourne, but then moved to Florida. Can you imagine those two as neighbors? What a diff! I mean, that's a yin and a yang if I ever saw one. William Shatner and Adam West had the same acting coach. They were both so over the top dramatic in those roles. Yeah, I saw Adam West interview with him doing the Batman thing, and I don't know. That's like him and Burt Ward. I don't know. I mean, it was so. I don't want to say the word dumb because I really enjoyed it, but it was so dumb. And to be that guy, I don't know. That's just I don't know. Friends. Kaz, you didn't watch Friends? I just left Habitat for Humanity and found nothing. That happens sometimes. Health and longevity. You really wonder even healthy ones go early or earlier. That's true. You never know what's going to happen. All James Bonds are British. I don't think they would have let Tom Selleck do it. Yeah, that's true too. But nowadays, if it was if the things that are happening now were 10, 15 years ago, he probably would have got a shot at it. Um, I mean, he could have created an accent or something. Who knows? Because now roles are changing and things are changing, so he might have been able to get away with it. But you're probably right. They just have to get the English people. Pat Boone was over 100. Adam West and Birdway had nonstop sex party. I don't know about that. I have not read about that. Oh, you're not a Friends fan? Okay. Gene Shallot's 100. Wow. It's amazing how some of these people have made it that far. It's really amazing. I love Friends. Yeah, I still see the repeats sometimes. There's some pretty good ones. Keith Richards and Willie Nelson have made me questioning the whole diet and exercise thing. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's a lot of it is hereditary. I mean, what you're born with is what it is. That's the way it's going to be, and you can try to improve it, but you got what you got. So, is anyone in this chat group under the age of 60? Certainly not me. 66. Oh, you're 59, huh? Yeah, Biba is. No one knew about it back in the 60s regarding the old Batman show. It wasn't revealed until recently. Well, yeah, and nothing surprises me in the Hollywood scene. Nothing really surprises me. 25, my butt. 25. 25, maybe 40 years ago. Tom Selleck was supposed to be Indiana Jones, but they wouldn't let him off the Magnum PI filming to make the movie. That makes sense, Sherry. That does make sense. David, I'm even older than you. Holy cow, now I feel old. Love does not end where life ends. Time is a revealer and a healer. That's a good one. It said over 60. Never mind. 25 in dog years. Yeah. Johnny Carson, 79. James Garner, 86. Yeah, that's right. They were pretty heavy smokers. But I looked at I was watching Perry Mason. And you remember, if you watch Perry Mason, do you remember the one dude? He was the Perry Mason's sort of sidekick, big stocky guy. He was like he wasn't the detective, but he would follow up on different investigator. He was an investigator, and I guess you always saw him with a cigarette. And I think he died at 55, and I think it was because of cancer or something to do with the cigarette smoking at 55. Just crazy. But back then in the 40s and 50s, my father-in-law or my stepfather, he used to smoke non-filtered Pall Malls. That's what he smoked in World War II. That's what he smoked as a kid, and I think he lasted till what, in his 70s, and of course he died of cancer. So just crazy stuff, and they didn't know back then. Well, if they did, they didn't tell anybody. Doc Severinsen, he'll be 99. Wow. Next year you get to start saying you're pushing 70. Oh, that's funny. Well, at least we made it through another winter. Most of us here. We made it through the winter. Long winter, but yeah, it wasn't too, I mean, it was bad, but got through it. So that's good. Now we can look forward to spring. I got my plants going in the basement, my tomato plants, so I'm happy about that. I already got some little tiny ones coming up on one brand that I planted. And once I plant them, I don't even care what brand, I just plant them and I don't mark them or anything like that. Just whatever I get, I get. I'm just happy. Kaz isn't old. You're not old at all. You look 39. Anybody else doing a garden? Anybody growing anything? Can you grow anything in Arizona? Like, do you have to have like it's I'm sure it's different than what you do here, like in this area. I am 18. I stopped counting when I was legal in all 50 states. Pollen season is here in Georgia. Everything is yellow. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, he smoked cigarettes and chewed? Wow. Not starting to prepare the ground until April. Yeah, but are you planting anything inside, Kaz, to get ready? It was a real winter in North Carolina for the first time in years. The spring blooming trees are beautiful. They actually got to rest for a while. Yeah, they did. You would have to put up a shade structure and lots of water. Yeah. You grow rocks. That's probably the best thing. We'll do a garden after snow is gone. Yeah. My wife is planning to garden. Bought plastic. Well, bought a pallet of garden soil from Costco. I got to haul it all to the backyard. Yeah, I'm debating if I should get some soil this year or not. But last year I did the raised bed garden. I've created that. So this is year 2 for that, which is good. Because last year it wasn't that great. Some carrots, radishes, peas, but this year I'm putting some different things. I'm going to treat it a little better. Try to do it a little better this year. Spring is about painting the whole entryway. Yeah, it's always better to when you can have the windows open to do your painting. I've tried painting, even if they say it doesn't smell bad. Try do it without the windows open. Forget it. It's not worth it. Southeastern Arizona, and everything we try to grow gets eaten almost immediately. Well, bugs or birds or what? Like what would eat it? Armadillos? Wait, you don't. That's Texas, right? You even killed your Lego plant. Oh, you knocked it off the table. That's great. You're in Indiana, if I remember. We do flowers here mid May after the new moon to avoid the colder nights. Yeah, I think soil temperature is what matters. So, depending on what the temperatures are going to be, as soon as that soil temperature hits the right degrees, I'll be out there and trying to get them into the ground earlier this year. I always seem to wait too long. Deer eat everything. Yeah, that's why in my garden I got to have the they haven't seen the last year they didn't come up close to the house to see the raised bed garden, which was good. Um, but eventually they'll find it, I'm sure. But I have to have a 6-foot fence around my garden. I've learned when we first came here, well, what the heck? All our stuff is eaten. And that's sad too. When you have everything growing really good and then they come and take the tops off of everything, that's sad. I mean, it's just your heart just goes, oh, all that work you prepared and everything else, and everything's gone. Bugs and birds and javelina. Wow. We have a 7-foot high fence to keep out the deer with chicken wire around the bottom to keep out the rabbits. Yeah. Our greenhouse have to have AC. Oh, jeez. Kind of tomatoes you figure on this year? I got 4 or 5 different brands or varieties, I should say. Some beefsteak, some cherry tomatoes, early girl, and a couple others. I just don't remember the names. Saturday I'll bring the seeds over, seed packets. Last year was yeah, it was. Last year we were pretty wet. I'm hoping that this year it gets a little bit better. It gets to be a normal year for us. What's the yellow thing tomatoes called? What's the yellow thing tomatoes called? There's yellow tomatoes. I can't think of any other name. Is that what you're thinking of? I mean, there's I had last year I had some yellow tomatoes. I didn't get seeds for I didn't see them for yellow tomatoes this year. You have an albino deer. Oh, they got a few pics. We had one of it wasn't an albino, it was what is it? A piebald or something where it's mostly white, but it's got some brown. I think it's called a yeah, piebald or something. Don't mean the word thing. We planted a few hundred field grade lilies around our garden. The day before they opened up, deer came through and nipped off every single bud. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, your wife was, I'm sure, not happy. One ran in front of my car the other night, and I just finished babysitting. Oh jeez. I mean, I know they call around here. They call them, and I understand why and all that, but um, and I had just the other day I filmed, or a couple months ago I filmed like seven in our yard. I mean, there's a herd of them that are going back and forth around here. I mean, I hate to see them disappear, but at the same time, I know that they're eating my bird food, and if I had the fence open or the gate open, they'd be in there eating, mowing everything down. Oh, yellow boys. Yellow summer squash and zucchini grow really well. Yeah, I got some. I did get some zucchini. I got some other things for the garden instead of just tomato. Last year, I pretty much just planted tomatoes. Pretty much tried to do some zucchini or they're like zucchinis, but they didn't come out very well. So I'm gonna try to do that. What's the picture over your right shoulder? Oh, that's my. That's when I went to. When I went to this Adios Muchachos tour with Little John. That's Little John right there. Obviously, the small one. This is Dick Goddard. He was a channel. Let's see if I can do this. He was without the glare. He was a Channel 8 weatherman right here. And this was Houlihan and Big Chuck. Now, Big Chuck's passed away, this guy here. And this is Houlihan's signature here. It says, "Hey Buzz, stay cool." He's got a Goulardi shirt. Houlihan. Now he's 90 something. And Dick Goddard passed away the day after my daughter. And he was Channel 8 weatherman. And that was Little John's signature. That's Little John's signature. That guy right here. Yeah, he passed away Dick passed away August 4th. Day after my daughter. And I just, it was like, whew. You got family, and then you got somebody that you grew up with. He was a weatherman for, I want to say 40 years or something in Cleveland. Normal and Ohio weather don't go together. No, they don't. Oh, and cucumbers. Yeah, I bought some cucumbers too. Heirloom tomatoes. I try to do heirloom tomatoes, a lot of them, but I just picked whatever they had this year. Now, and the wind is blowing about 25, backside of the high pressure. You remember Dick Goddard and Houlihan. Yeah. That was cool to see him, to see Houlihan. And I know, you hate to think like this, but he's 90, 91, somewhere in there. And he's getting around okay, and he's talking okay. But, you just know that when you see him, that take it all in, because that could be the last time you're going to see him. You know what I mean? It's weird to think that way, but the older people get, and I meet them or say hi to them or something or whatever, will I ever see you again, kind of a thing. And it's just so weird now. Waiting for the highlight of the day, the mail truck. Hey, Scott, I got my K1s in the mail. If you're still there, Scott, my K1s from Energy Transfer came in yesterday, so I could finally do my taxes. He was a big animal lover and did a lot. Yes, he did. Yeah, his daughter helped him out a lot in his later years. His wife was, I guess, I don't know. From what I understand, she was pretty nasty, um, pretty aggressive towards him, and that's too bad. I get free seeds from the library in Brookville, Ohio. From the library, cool. You know, when we went to, geez, I want to say when we went to the, where did we go? We went somewhere. Yes. Oh, in the summertime we went to the show, the fair, and during in the fair they were giving out free seeds. I have to ask Mrs. Buzz what happened to those. Now that you mention that, because we got some free seeds from the Cuyahoga County Co-op or something. I don't know what it was, and I can't even remember what we did with them or she did with them. I got to ask her right after this live. I forgot about his animal efforts. It's a highlight of your day. Oh, that's pretty sad, Kaz. That's really sad. I got my K1s for ET. Yeah, I remember you said you had to call them, Scott, but I was worried because I started to go online and I didn't have the password, and I'm like, oh crap, I got to go through this whole thing again, and thought I had it written down, but I didn't, and I said, screw it, I'm not going to do it. I'll just wait. And like I think Saturday we were talking about it, or maybe last Wednesday, one of the two, and all of a sudden they showed up yesterday, so I was glad, so I can get that done. Among the highlights of the day. Okay, that's better. Among, that's better. Well, anyway, we're at an hour and 6 minutes, so we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate everybody who had a chance to stop by today. Thank you so much. I'm feeling better. The weather's getting good. Life is good. So hopefully we stay healthy and we can continue on for all this spring and summer and enjoy ourselves and it's everything's looking good. We're in an upward trend. You just signed your tax returns. Cool. All right, guys. We will guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you Saturday if you get a chance, 7 p.m. Maybe I'll even be in the garage. Well, I don't know. What did I just say? It's 35 Friday, the garage Saturday. So let's see what happens. But again, thank you for being here and your week. Make the best of it. Stay healthy, right? Stay out of jail. Well, Captain Billy's not here. I don't have to say stay out of jail to everybody. Um, but anyway, take care. Be careful. And as Helen would say, if anybody knows Helen, be kind to somebody today. I'll steal her line today. Helen can't imagine. She's going through an issue with her top of her head. She's going through some radiation treatments. Helen can't imagine. If you get a chance to check out her channel, Helen can't imagine. She's I think North Carolina girl. Really nice lady. Widower. She's really cool. She's going through a little bit of a time right now, but I think it's looking good. But that's what she says. She says, be kind to somebody. So I'll steal her line for today. All right. Take care. We'll see you.